Expand the supers! Watch those wrist rockets! Super battle droid! Take him down! I'm on him! Bullseye! Now that's how it's done! Just like the simulation.
Hey, what's up Star Wars fans? Pebblebooch here. Today I want to review the Star Wars Legacy Collections Saga Legends 501st Legion Clone Trooper. But before I review this Clone Trooper right here, I need to say some important things, so I may give some of you collectors some insight on how to get one of these guys, as there is a different variant to this figure that may not be in the best interests for some of you, especially since one of the main reasons of collecting from this toy line is because of the accurate body proportions for the clones, with their helmet sizes, as compared to other toy lines, such as Vintage Collection or other toy lines which don't really have the size proportions of the clone trooper's body. I'll expand what I mean. So here I have a 501st Clone Trooper that is specifically designed so that it has no removable helmet. Now to others who may not know, who are also interested in this toy line, there is another 501st variant within this toy line that has a removable helmet feature, and features the clone with the head sculpts. Now, here is a non-removable helmet Clone Trooper, compared to that of the one who can. As you can see, the biggest giveaway is how big the helmets are and how they completely look different and disproportionate, for me at least. But I know for sure that those who are collecting this specific toy line are looking for the clones with more smooth and accurate head sculpts. Now this toy line with other clone releases like the default white Phase 2, Shock Trooper, and all variants of Phase 1 are already designed to have non-removable helmets, keeping the helmets at a proportion as seen in the movies. The toy line, however, created two variations of this for some specific Phase 2 clones. I have some strategies as how to collect this specific non-removable helmet figure. First, here is an image of the left showing off the figures in boxes that has the bigger removable helmet figures. And to the right we have the non-removable default helmet mold. You will also notice in each box on the sizes of the clone trooper's helmet. However, the box art for both variants will always have the removable helmet clone featured in the back of the box. Also, if you see crates like these next to the figure in the different boxes, there are extra items inside that I will share in the review. Now I have some news. Like the default Phase 2 clone and other Phase 1 clone variants, you can actually find them in the box, mint condition, for a reasonable price. Each figure can range around even $4 to up to $15 in eBay or Mercari, new, unopened. Though I do have some bad news. For the 501st Clone Trooper, he is actually the priciest guy ever, with the removable helmet variants ranging from around 20 to 30, as for the non-removable accurate helmet variant goes for around 20 to 40. Now of course, it may vary as many sellers can also sell for preferable price. I was kind of impatient with mine. Interestingly though, there's this exact mold of this figure that is being distributed by Chinese sellers from eBay and AliExpress, which I will leave a link in the description down below, as a cheaper alternative. Of course, they seem to have some great shipping costs, but they are much cheaper in costs than the original release. I can't say for sure of the quality of these figures. I do recommend seeing reviews for them. There's also a deal where you can get 5 figures for around 30 bucks. It comes with the antenna piece you can strap on the back of the clone that the Phase 2 White Clone Trooper had. Some of the listing has custom armor accessories. If you wanted to, you may also customize the regular Phase 2 to match the 501st detail. You can paint over some blue things on it. The AliExpress Clone Trooper, or the 501st Clone Trooper, kind of does have this lightish blue as compared to what the original listing was. Now let's jump back into the review for this figure. First, I'd just like to say that this figure is amazing and I love to stare at it.
The 501st Legion Clone Trooper is a specialized Phase 2 clone division, eventually having to be utilized by Vader during the fall of the Jedi Order. They have a specific detail to their own, with a blue coating on top of the white base color of their armor. The blue coating spans from the top of the trooper's head all the way down to the legs with the blue stripes. Here is a side view of the Clone Trooper. Looks amazing. Here is a crate that comes with 6 extra weapons. First, we have the mini pistol, most commonly used by ARC troopers or Captain Rex himself. You can notice these pistols in the Clone Wars series. I'm talking about the one in 2008. I'm not sure if that's the same pistol, to be honest though. I'm just assuming it is. Then we have this grenade launcher or mini rocket launcher that was used for the jetpack clone trooper or droid engineer from the Battlefront 1 back in 2004. Then I believe this is either a sniper or the Rebel assault rifle that was used in the early 2000s Battlefront games. Then we have a droid blaster, which is much bigger compared to the vintage one. Then also we have this standard clone assault rifle that was used by the clones in the same early 2000 Battlefront games. I really like this weapon as it was also showcased in the Attack of the Clones movie. Finally, we have an extra clone blaster that comes with the clone trooper already, which means we have two of these. In terms of the material design, they are all mostly coated with a black color, but most weapons in the franchise are like this anyway. For the size of the figure, we have it standing around 3 to 4 inches. Now let's go on to articulation. The clone has many forms of articulation. We'll start by the hand. First, you can move the hand or rotate it 360 degrees around. You can also do this for the arm. The arm is on a ball and swivel joint. You can have the arm moved forward or rotated forward to 90 degrees, but not necessarily backwards. The whole shoulder can be rotated 360 and can be lifted up and down around 180. As for the head, which is the reason why I get this specific figure, you can rotate the head left and right 360. You can have the clone also look up and down. The chest can also rotate to 360, left and right. And you can have him position looking upwards or downwards. There is also this slot in the back of the clone trooper, which you can place a rubber antenna. Something that looks like this, but my figure did not come with this. For the legs here, you can move them upwards or downwards, though you might cause stress marks between the crotch and the leg piece, as it wasn't intended to do so. Still, you can have the figure do a split pose. The legs can't go left or right. They can only move forward or backwards. The knees can be rotated to 360 degrees and can be bent, but can't be bent forward. The feet can be rotated left and right 360 and can be bent downwards or upwards. But that's it for the articulation. You can do many poses with this figure. Now let's talk about the box. So as you can see, I have a Saga Legends box for the 501st Clone Trooper. You can see that the removable helmet clone is featured, like I mentioned before. And as you can see, mine is the non-removable. It's a big difference compared to that. You'll notice that the removable helmet is actually a lot bigger. Coming to the blasters, we have the default clone blaster. We have the pistol. Looks great, but cannot really be held well since it's so thin. The clone will always drop. The rocket launcher. The clone can hold it with one hand, but with the other, there's no place to put it since it's too thick. The blaster is also kind of the same, though not as thick as the launcher. Can be held well. The sniper can be held well. It's very thin. But the best blaster this clone can hold, aside from the first one, is this long one. And this is my preferred blaster the clone can hold. For the size and comparisons, here I have on the left a Vintage Collection Super Battle Droid, and on the right a Saga Legends Clone Trooper Phase 1. The Super Battle Droid is very tall compared to the Clone Troopers, and on the right the Saga Legends Clone Trooper is kinda taller because of the pointy head it has. Over here I have Darth Vader on the left, a Saga Legends, and on the right a Jazzwares Halo 3 Master Chief. Also, yes, it is lore accurate that Master Chief is taller than Darth Vader since he stands around 7 feet, whereas Darth Vader stands around 6.7. Here I have a Jazzwares ODST on the left, and a Jazzwares Flood Tank on the right, from the 4-inch World of Halo. The Jazzwares figures tend to be a little taller and more thicker, the more I compare them to this one, to this clone. Here I have McFarlane figures which tower over this guy.
On the right, we have a Brute figure. On the left, we have an Elite. And so here are the Dark of the Moon Cyberverse figures. And yeah, they're actually the same size as this clone, so that's how you know how small this figure is. The Clone Trooper can hold some of the World of Halo weapons, such as this SMG or this Silence Pistol. You can also have the World of Halo figures hold the Saga Legends weapons. Anyway, that's all. That's all for this video. I hope you learned something, and you can collect whichever 501st figure you want. Specifically, the non-removable helmet is my favorite. But yeah, that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a good one.